Welcome back, guys. We're just going to pick up right where the last video left off, where we are building a custom turbo manifold for my sr20vet that sits rear-wheel drive in my FC RX-7 Turbo 2. So first step is we've got the vibrant V-band collector, and I think I've got about the best fitment I can on this thing. I don't think grinding it down anymore. Of course it moved. But I was getting it, let's just say there. So each runner is right. It's just the corner right in there will need to be grinded down. But first thing, we need to tack the V-band to the collector so we can then bolt the collector onto the turbo. So this is I've been working on it for like 30 minutes. I think this is where I'm happy with it. I can still clock that turbo this way and this way because it's V-band. So I may end up kicking it just this up a little bit and the whole turbo this way just a little bit. But I've kind of got it sitting here and it's pretty stationary. Generally I would weld little say 1/8 inch rods from the collector to the flange, but that's sitting really well in there and I'd have to drag my welder out. I'm just not feeling it. This thing sits here pretty good. Yeah, I've been moving it. It goes right back where it should. So I think I'm just going to leave it here and start messing with this. The first thing I know, I'm going to move this and probably end up utilizing this hole. So I'll need to bend that tab a little bit more, or modify that. Not worried about that. I'm more worried about just these coming up, going over and in. We have 21 90-degree longs and we have 4 90-degree shorts. And then I have a 3-foot piece of 1.5 inch straight stock. So we're going to try to cut these at 45s, I think. But that's the material I got to make the header. So I'm gonna try to start making this number 1 right now. Okay, here's the start of it. I'm doing this a little different than I have all the other turbo manifolds I built. Also, you can see these are oval ports. This is round, so I've ovaled that. I ovaled this a little bit more than what it was. You can still see it's still rounder than the first one, but it's kind of a point to kind of step it from oval back to circle. So I've got a little grinding to do there, but that's an easy spot to grind, so should be okay. I'm kind of thinking I'll put oval pieces on all these so we can have a good merge point. But I'm starting to see the vision. But I mean, really all I'm doing is tacking it like that and then going like this piece will go here next. I think I've got to put it back in there and see exactly what angle I want, and then I just mark it 3 times to give me my place, and I can come back over here and I can tack it. So I know so far I want this piece here, and then I want like 1 inch of straight piece, and then the 90, another 90 going this way, and that will start the U. So you'll see it here in this next clip or 2. Well, as usual, I got carried away. It looks really weird, and it's definitely not tight. You know, that's a long runner, but well, I'm sure this looks different from the last shot. I've sat on it for a day and I didn't like that 1 inch extension I had. So I marked a line all the way across it, there, and there's another one over there, right there. And then I was able to match the line there, and you can faintly see the line there. So this should be at the right orientation. I still think I have enough room in between the flange and this. So I've now bolted this on, and we're gonna try to fit that in the car and make sure it fits now. Oh yeah. Gives us plenty of room. Still high enough. It clears, let's turn the light on. Clears the steering shaft just fine. I'm gonna have to remove my extension for the oil pressure, because this is oil pressure sensor. We'll remove that and come straight off, because it is hitting there. But this should give me enough room to get the filter up here, and then this to come up. We may cut this off and just have a 45 on there, but yeah, I like that a lot better. That gives us more clearance from the brake booster as well. We clear everything. I love it. So now I'm very confident that we can just build this off outside of the engine, and it should be fine. As long as, like I said, I keep in mind those tabs right there, but that's really the only thing. Everything else is out of the way. I mean, even if we came way up here, there's nothing in the way, so. Fuck yeah, that looks so good. Well, I just gotta let my brain work, so I didn't film while building it, but I got a 1/2 inch piece here, so it's a little ovaled, just like that one. We got that one a little ovaled as well. You can actually, that first shiny is the half piece, and then the other shiny is it coming into that, so I can kind of step port that. I wasn't able to oval this as much as I was this little piece, because they're a lot stronger this way versus this way. But that's the second runner. It is within 1/2 inch, I think. So we're staying equal. 1/2 inch is, if we stay just 1/2 inch, that's less than 5% of a change. So let's put that on the car. 2 down, 2 to go. This looks so good in here. 4, I think, is going to be easy. I think 3 is going to be our hardest one, especially to stay equal length, but that is exactly what I envisioned. Gotta love the YouTube magic. I've got a little gap down there, but I can fill that, no problem. This was definitely the hardest one so far though, because I had to shoot it back to that one. But now we have pretty much a clean run for the number 4. So I've been doing 1 runner a day, kind of keeping my head from you know, getting irritated. God, that's gonna look so cool. I'm so happy with this thing. So cool. So I don't think I think tomorrow I'll come back and do the 4th one, and we'll just do some YouTube magic. Haha. If I really wanted to work on this, I would lower that back runner just a little bit, but I've already spent 3 hours on this back one. This one's taken the longest. I haven't done, so the rough estimate, that's probably almost 18 inches. The first runner is 17 and a half. The second one's 17. The third one's 17 and a half. Then I think this last one is 18. But I'll have to do the exact measurement. Like I'm looking at it and I could cut this one down at an angle that would turn this in a little bit more. I would have to cut this off and cut it off here and cut it off here, honestly, but I think that's pretty good. Then we'll have like the wastegate. In fact, maybe the wastegate comes up and sits right here, and so that would kind of give me more room here. But I don't know. The wastegate may just come out the back here and come up. I haven't decided yet, but pop the hood, that's what you see. High-rise turbo manifold. I think it's so cool. There's the wastegate hiding way down there. So from this shot, NA header, oh, you can kind of see it. And even from here, you won't know there's a turbo back there. So you'll be like, what the fuck? You'll see the V-mount though, so. But it's done. It's all tacked together. I didn't drill the hole yet. I just put the wastegate where I wanted it. Made sure it would fit. I've got it. You know, so we have so much more room in between the brake booster now. Before, the header and wastegate was like out to here. So we have a lot more room. I think I'm gonna run the wastegate pipe down right here and exit dump. And then the exhaust will be over here and go underneath the wastegate and then go that way. But we're done with the engine. So we can focus like 3 months and build this, and the V-mount setup, and probably, I don't know, we're about to get a stupid heat wave, like 105 plus every day, so I probably will put this on hold for, I don't know. I really need to pull the engine, but we'll figure it out. That's the next video. But I think this is it, guys. You get to see the full mock-up. Here, let's put the turbo on. Okay, there you go. Get those out of the way. We'll have to move that a little bit, but so GT2876 hybrid Garrett turbo, a tile stainless steel V-band in, V-band out 0.86 AR turbine housing, a tile MVS wastegate, and an equal length high-rise turbo manifold. Oh man, how cool is that? Wow, I haven't walked over here yet. That looks so good. Okay guys, I think that's the end of this week's video, or months, or however long. I have been making some shorts, so make sure to check those out.